Step number 4 in building our DCF financial model is calculating projected line items for the model. Based on historical data and projected value drivers, we did input and calculate it in the previous step. So let's go ahead and do that. My revenue will be my revenue for the previous year multiplied by 1 plus my revenue growth in the line 27. My cost of revenue will be my cost of revenue in the line as a percentage of sales in the line 28 multiplied by revenue. And my gross profit, I'm going to steal the formula from the previous year with shift right arrow control R. I'm going to check it with F2 function 2. I like the formula, beautiful. I can move on to operating expense. Operating expense, I have operating expense as a percentage of sales. I'm going to multiply it by the revenue. And my EBITDA, I'm going to do the same for the totals as I did for gross profit. My D&A expense is my D&A as a percentage of CAPEX multiplied by my CAPEX in the line 20. Trust the steps. As soon as we fill in the line 20, it will flow to the line 13 as well. And don't forget the sign, because my CAPEX in the line 20 is cash outflow. It will be negative, but I want to see my D&A here as a positive number. So I'm going to multiply it by -1. Take the formula for EBIT again, and my tax expense will be my EBIT multiplied by the tax rate I already calculated in my step number 1. Don't forget to anchor it with F4 function 4 to make sure that when I fill the formula to the right, it will flow beautifully. Net income, again, I'll take the formula from the previous year. I'm going to add back my D&A in the line 19. I'm going to calculate my capital expenditures as CAPEX as a percentage of sales in the line 30, multiplied by revenue. And again, don't forget, I want to see it as negative number here. It's my cash outflow. I will multiply by -1. And my changes in working capital is my changes as a percentage of sales. So I'm going to revert that formula. And for unlevered free cash flow, I'm going to steal the formula from the previous year. Beautiful. I completed all line items for the first projected year. Now I want to fill it all the way to the right to 2026. I'm going to use a trick here to highlight the whole range. I'm going to pull up go to window with F5 function 5 window, and I will highlight the range from F22, where my cursor is located already, up to J6, the cell to which I want to highlight. And I'm going to press Shift plus Enter together to highlight the whole range, and use Control plus R shortcut to fill it all to the right. Looks beautiful to me. Now the last step is to put the border between historical and projected years for my line items. I'm going to use F5 go to window trick again, and I'm going to input the range here I would like to highlight. It's the range from E4 semicolon to E22. Here I'm going to just press Enter, and it's highlighted for me the range where I want to put right border, Alt to access the ribbon, H for home, B for borders, and R for the right border. Beautiful. My fourth step of my DCF model is completed, and now we are moving to the step number 5, where we will calculate equity value per share.